You and your party have been traveling these underground caverns for several weeks, questing for long-forgotten treasure. You're not very high level, maybe 2 or 3, when you turn a corner and you see down a shadowy hallway the silhouette of a massive sphere hovering your way. You think to yourself, could this be the dreaded beholder? I'm not nearly powerful enough to face such a threat. It'll slaughter me in an instant. But as it nears, you see more. 2, 3, maybe 4 of these spheres hovering your way. What could this threat possibly be? Well, we find out today on the GM's Table. Hey guys, Bobby here with the GM Table, and first, before we get into this mysterious monster, I want to announce the fact, hey, if you're watching this video brand new, it's December. If you're new to this channel, you might not know that it means D&December. Yep, every year on December, I try to do at least one video a week specifically for Dungeons & Dragons. And yeah, I get it. This is Reptar. Reptar's Godzilla, and Godzilla's a dragon. Fight me. Anyways, moving on from that, let's get into this monster. Throwing it up over here, this is the Gas Spore. This is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated monsters, alright? It's only CR 1/2, but similar to the Shadow, it is way more deadly than your CR would lead you to believe. Okay? Yes, its stats are low. It's easy to hit. It's easy to kill. But the thing is it is a disease-carrying pod, alright? It's built to die. When you kill this thing, it has a death burst. And most death bursts are 5 feet, maybe 10 feet. This thing has a 20-foot death burst. It is size large, which means it already takes up 10 feet. This is a sphere with a diameter of 50 feet that just throws this disease out. And its disease is gnarly at any level. Because here's the thing. It does technically have an attack. It's touch. It's +0. It's literally, if it bumps into you, you make a DC 12 con save or contract this disease. When it blows up, the DC ups to a DC 15. It deals 3d6 poison damage, and you catch the disease on a failed save. The thing about this disease, it is 1d12 plus your con modifier in hours. Yes, 1d12 plus con modifier hours till you die. No other saves. No 0 hit points and then another save. No extra saves to get rid of it. That is huge. That is so deadly. At low level, if your party doesn't have a remove disease, you're screwed. At mid to high level, if your party, say they have a cleric or a bard, and they're like, oh, I have lesser restoration. If it's not prepared today, they're going to need that long rest to change their prepared spells. That's 8 hours, guys. If a character rolls below 8, they're dead before the next long rest ends. That is massive. Alright, a plus of DC 15 is also a much bigger deal than you would think. It sounds low, but even a barbarian with +5 con modifier, with full level 20, +6 to their save for con, that's a +11. They can still roll a 1 to 3. A 15% chance the barbarian gets sick and dies at level 20 in a matter of hours. Now granted, at level 20 you should have a ton of ways to remove disease. This is one of those monsters where the paladin can really shine because their lay on hands can remove disease. But again, that's a 50-foot sphere. It's not just getting one person. You may have to remove disease on your entire party at once in a matter of hours. So at the very least, even at high levels, it is a resource drain. And unlike a lot of other diseases, it does not have the notation that once you save, you're good for other exposures for the next 24 hours or even the next hour. You throw 5 or 6 gas spores at people, and all of a sudden, they're going to lose all their resources or die. These things are CR 1/2, but they can TPK parties like nobody's business. On top of that are a couple other really cool features. The biggest one is they actually have a feature in their stat block called Eerie Resemblance. There is a DC in their stat block the characters have to make, or they think it's a beholder till they're too close. I think that's hilarious. I think that's the ability most people see and kind of end there. It's a great troll monster. It's a great, oh, we're low level. Is that a beholder? We can't handle a beholder. No, it's just this fungus balloon. But this thing's deadly, and they never travel alone. All right? Because the thing is not only do they kill you, but also similar to the shadow, when they kill you, the corpse creates more of them. And on a shadow, you have so many hours till the shadow rises as a full shadow. In this, as soon as they die, 2d4 tiny gas spores rise out. It takes them 7 days to reach full size. But they immediately create more of them. I wish there was a stat block for the tiny ones, so you have to deal with them. Maybe they're harder to hit because they're so small and they're going to get away. But you can get up to 8 more of these per person it kills. One of these things floats too close to a town, and by the time the heroes get there, there will be dozens of them. This thing is insanely deadly. It is insanely contagious. And it's CR 1/2. There is one other ability. It's not in the stat block. It's in the area above it where it talks about the gas spores. And I know those areas get overlooked a lot. The lore behind the gas spore, it's best believed it was created when a disease infected a beholder and the beholder's magic mutated the disease into the gas spore. Well, as part of that lore in there, it says if beholders get infected with the gas spore disease and die, their gas spores carry the memories of the beholder. And people who get infected down the line of these gas spores, if they make it through the infection and they survive, they get little bits and pieces of that beholder's memory. These can be keys to riddles. These can be a long dead beholder knew the location of a magic item, and you need to find the gas spores that descended from that beholder and purposely get infected by them to hopefully get the answers. But also you need to survive, because once you're infected, doesn't matter what level you are, you can die in 1 hour if you don't have a con modifier and you roll a 1. This is an amazing monster. It gets overlooked so much. I know a lot of people, I'm taking this hat off, it's getting hot. I know a lot of people overlook the molds and funguses and oozes and all this. This thing is so cool. It's honestly one of my favorite monsters. In fact, over the next 3 weeks, we're going to cover more of what I consider underrated monsters. Monsters that are way more deadly than you might realize once you fit all the pieces together, once you actually look deeper into the stats. We're going to continue that next week. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.